Learn how the Azure Virtual Machines extension for Visual Studio Code works in this episode of Azure Tips and Tricks. Let's use Visual Studio Code to manage our virtual machines in Azure. First, go to the Extensions tab, and here search for Azure Virtual Machines. Okay, it is this one. There we go. Let's install this. And that's it. It is installed and it added the Azure icon on the left menu here. Let's see. I already see my Azure subscription here because I'm already signed in. You might need to log into your Azure account first. And this is a VM that I have in Azure. From here, I can start and stop it and open it in the Azure portal. I can also add a new SSH key from my local machine. Cool! I can also create a new VM from here. First, I'll enter a name for the VM. Okay. And now I give in a passphrase, which I use for the SSH key that is going to be generated on my local machine. Okay. Now let's pick a location for the VM. And alright, that's it. It is now creating the VM, and I'll skip to when it is done. And here, the new VM shows up in the Azure Virtual Machines extension. We can use another Visual Studio Code extension to connect to it with SSH. Here, search for SSH. And it should be this one. Okay, let's install it. And there we go. Now, in the Remote Explorer menu, I can see my SSH targets here. This is the new VM. Okay. Now I right-click on it and connect to it. There it goes. Enter the passphrase for the SSH key, and alright, we are connected to the VM. I can see that here in the bottom left corner. And let's open the VM's logs. There they are. I can also switch to the terminal, like this. And this is connected to the VM. So I can run commands, like this, to see files on the VM. Pretty cool. You can now work with your Azure Virtual Machines from Visual Studio Code with the Azure Virtual Machines extension for Visual Studio Code. Go and check it out.